We love a good show just as much as the next person.
The plot, the characters, the twists and turns.
Sometimes it all needs a deeper discussion.
We're two babes just giving the people what they want on
On
mystery,
mystery,
murder,
murder,
and
and
melanin.
melanin.
Welcome back to Mystery, Murder, and Melanin. I'm your co-host, Yelly.
I'm your co-host, Harmony. We are back with a new show for you all to follow along with us and watch for the next few weeks.
The show we're watching this season is on Netflix and produced by Tyler Perry called Beauty in Black. So let's get into it and unpack the first episode because there is a lot to talk about.
There is. There's so much. Tyler Perry he done did it again with the controversial show. Like this
Definitely.
episode kind of had me just pissed. It had me pissed off. Like
Yeah.
Tyler Perry and the roles that he create for women. Like honest, I mean, I love Tyler Perry,
hmm
but he loves just the ratchetness. He loves having a damsel in distress, a black damsel in distress. And like
hmm
it's 2024. If you out here hoeing, you better own it and turn up. Like,
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and go through who some of these main characters are that we're going to be talking about in the episode. So that way, while we're reviewing, you all will just go ahead and know kind of who we're referring to without us having to keep stopping and like explaining who they are. So we have our main character. Her name is Kimmy. And all we know right now is that she is a stripper prostitute situation. It's not 100% clear, but that's what we're seeing in the first episode. We also have
yeah,
her best friend Rain, and
yeah,
she's also in the same situation as Kimmy. And we have a mystery man. We don't know his name in this episode, but he is like acquiring Kimmy's services. So she's having to go up to like his private room and do certain things. We
yeah. They call
also
him a whale.
yeah, a
We'll call
whale.
him the whale.
Yeah, the whale. They did call him that. And I was like, why are they calling him that?
You don't know that? It's
No,
like
I
that's the
I didn't.
money when you turn in tricks and everything. Like that's their white whale. Like he
See,
got big bucks. You want to keep him around?
see, I didn't know that. I didn't know that that was like a term for
Yeah,
those people, I guess. Then we also have Body. And so at the strip club that
Addie.
they work at, she's like the head stripper. She's the
She's the bottom
HBIC.
bitch.
Yeah. So we have her, and y'all may know her from social media because she started out making like a lot of funny comedy videos on social media. Her name is Hi, my name is T on like Instagram and stuff. But Harmony, where'd you say she was on a show?
She was also on last season of Baddies. Baddies.
Okay, so if y'all are any Baddies fans, then y'all would have seen her on there as well. And then we also have Jules. Jules is, I'm pretty sure, a drug dealer, but he definitely owns the strip club they work at.
He owns a security and he's a pimp.
Yeah. So we only see him briefly in this episode, but they keep mentioning him throughout the episode before we finally like see his face. And we also have Mallory Bellery. So I don't know, do I want to say who she is right now? I'll just say she's a rich
Yeah.
woman. Okay. So
Hmm.
she's a rich woman and she's actually married to the whale. So we find
Hmm.
that out later in the episode. So she's married to the whale. She married into their family. Their family has
Hmm.
money. And so now she's kind of part of their little empire and she does her own thing. So we're going to get
Hmm.
into all of that. But those are the characters that we're going to consistently be talking about in this episode.
Yes. So this episode starts out with Kimmy going to meet her John, the whale, to turn. I think this is her first time meeting him. And so she goes in there, and off bat, he's just irritated as fuck with her. He's like, "You're not dressed right." There's coke everywhere. So he's off drugs, drinking. He's just pissed at her for just existing. She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, I can do this. I can do this. Okay, okay." And so she's about to like give him head and like she like makes a face again, like, oh, like she really she don't want to do this. And he's like, you know what, get the fuck out. Like, I'm done with this. He's calling her all types of bitches and stupid this entire time and like kicks her out of the hotel room. And so after this, Kimmy goes to meet her BFF Rain. Her and Rain are both strippers. And so she goes to meet her at this convention, and her and Rain are having a conversation. And Rain basically is telling her too, like, I don't know why you're dealing with that dude. I think she's insinuating the pimp that she's messing with. Like, why you keep messing with him? You think that he's gonna make you his girlfriend and take care of you, but you don't even know his real name and yada yada. And so it looks like they're at this Beauty in Black convention, and Kimmy really wants to see the speaker, who is Mallory. And Mallory is giving away some scholarships, giving away 5 scholarships and $1 million to a salon. And so Kimmy's like, I want to see them. Rain's like, nah, girl, we cannot be late to the strip club. Like, I just got all my money to pay for my ass to get done, and I don't have time for them to be docking my pay. And
Yeah.
so her and Rain continue to have this conversation. And like Rain, I'm like, damn, like Rain's like knocking her for wanting to get this scholarship. She's like, we hoes, that's all we gonna be.
I did not like when
And
she
then
said
she also,
that. Like, girl, speak for yourself, because like I'm striving for
right,
more. If that's what you all
right,
you want to be, then that's all you want to be. But I want to be more than that. Like,
right, damn girl. I mean, we is some hoes, but damn, not for that's all we ever gonna be. Damn.
yeah.
And then Rain made a comment that I felt like might like give some foreshadowing into maybe Kimmy might turn up. Like she says, you can be a real vindictive bitch when you want to be. And I'm like, like why would you say that? Like Kimmy's been like really kind of like not wanting to turn this trick and everything like that.
Hmm.
So maybe we might see Kimmy get spicy later on. Like you gotta do what you gotta do. Rain and Kimmy split up here. Like Rain's about to get to the strip club, and Kimmy's gonna stay here. And so they start she goes to the, what would you call it?
Like the
The panelist.
auditorium.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to the auditorium. The panelist speaking is Mallory coming. And they say that she's hair care royalty. She's a businesswoman. And again, they go over that she's giving away 5 scholarships and $1 million to a salon. And so Mallory Belair is her name. And
Bellery.
Valerie, my bad.
I was like, this
It
is a
looks
very rich person name when they said it.
Valerie. Okay, I like Valerie better than Belair. It looks like Belair to me.
No, at
I
first it
like,
did look like that. And I was like, but then they said it and I was like, oh, okay.
yes, rich black people, Belair. Valerie. Okay, I like Valerie. So I feel like how did you feel with her sitting up there on the stage? Like I felt like they were really trying to make her be this shy, humble woman. Like, oh, look at her. She's so shy. She's so humble. She's doing all this and that. She's so great. And I'm like, I already knew it was fake from jump.
Honestly, I didn't pick up on the fakeness at the beginning. I was like, okay, she's just because when they were just first introducing her and she kind of is giving the spiel about like, oh, I had a foster mother. She entered me into
Mhm.
this model search. It was giving like, oh, I came from nothing and now I'm something kind of story. So
Yeah.
I wasn't picking up on the fact that like she's gonna be a little fake bee, but
Mhm.
once I saw that, I was like, oh no, because she's worse than a fake bee. I was like, oh,
She one of them.
yeah, she's got some self-hatred going on with like her
Yeah.
people. We'll get into that. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I'll just say a little bit about Mallory that they told us
Mhm.
or what we learned about her on stage. Like I said, she said that she had a foster mother who took her to like a model search and the mother didn't think that she was going to be the one to like win this model search. She thought one of the other siblings was going to win it, but the her now father-in-law saw her at this search and was basically like she's going to be a star. And so they stayed close with the family and she ended up dating his son. They got in a relationship and now they're married. She said they got married at 22. And she said her father in law kind of wanted her to help run the company, but she didn't really want to be like the head of the company. She's like, I don't want a paycheck. Pay me, give me equity. I want equity.
Period.
And so I think she
Smart
just had her
woman.
own aspirations that she didn't want to just
Hmm.
be under the umbrella of like their their family.
Hmm.
And so that's what we learn about her. It's giving very like cute, like I came from nothing. I want to give back to people who also came from nothing.
But what did you think about? She said she met him at 9. and they went like started touring, like stayed close with the family, and she started dating him at 16. But I'm like, for their families to intertwine like that, is that weird to you, or do you think like it's just like whatever, kids get close and
I
they can
mean,
start dating, I guess.
I did think it was weird when she was like, my father-in-law saw me at the age of 9, because like we don't really know
Yeah,
what he does. So it was just like, I mean, apparently he was at the model search. So I don't know if he's like a
yeah,
judge, if he was just there trying to like scope for people, because, I don't know if it ties into the whole business of everything that they got going
yeah.
on now,
We
you
don't know
know?
what business they do really do. Like I feel like she made this hair care empire
Hmm.
that he probably funded, but like we don't really know what he does.
Yeah, we just know that he's rich and he's been
Yeah.
rich. So, but I did think that that was like kind of weird. Like, okay, because what exactly was his role in like your career as a child up until
Yeah.
now? Like he saw you at this model search, but then what? Did he like start sending you to agencies and stuff? Like they didn't go into detail yet about any of that. So it was a little interesting.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe he has a modeling firm or something. Who knows? We'll
Hmm.
we'll find out, sure. I'm sure. So Kimmy heads to the strip club late. So we already know there's about to be some shit. So she's confronted
Hmm.
by two women. That's Delinda and Body.
They came in
And
strong.
they like, where you been at, girl? And she was like, she keeping it like short and simple with them, I guess. But
Hmm.
that's where like Body basically shows that she's like I'm Jules' bottom bitch, like don't try me and everything like that.
Yeah.
I feel like I know a lot of terms for like strip clubs and all this stuff because I love like these type of shows. Like, did you ever watch I watch Jocelyn's Cabaret. She always be talking about a bottom bitch, like what the bottom bitch is. And what's the other one from Stars?
P Valley, that's the only one
Yeah,
I've watched.
P
I love
Valley.
P Valley, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Kimmy goes in, she sees Rain. Rain's like worried about getting her butt done. So she wants to get ass shots. She wants to get her boobs done too, I guess. I didn't know they
Hmm.
do the shots in the boob too.
I don't think they do, but
Oh my
they
God.
do in this
Oh
this
my
person
goodness.
does.
So Body hyping her up like, girl, you need to get this money. Like she did me. I'm good. Like I was down. I was back dancing the same night.
Hmm.
Like let's get this money. And Kimmy ain't for getting the body done. Kimmy's like, "Ew, who knows what that stuff's gonna do to you? Like
Yeah.
that's dangerous. Like you look beautiful. Like
Kimmy's a good friend right here. Like, don't do this.
yes, she's the voice of reason." And so they watch Body get on the stage, and her body is banging, but she ain't doing too
Hmm.
much on the pole or nothing. They just throw money at her and everything. She being cute, she doing her
Yeah.
thing. I love T really in this role. Like I was super surprised that she was like acting so good to me.
Yeah, I felt like the way she was acting and how she needed to portray in this role, I felt like she
Mhm,
really like was spot on with like the
mhm,
vibes of like, yes, I'm the head B. I'm the head bitch in charge. Do not
mhm.
cross me, and I'm gonna tell you what to do. And if you don't do what I need you to do, then I'm gonna get somebody to handle you. Because she did threaten Kimmy about like Jules will make you disappear.
Yeah. And that's kind of been a running thing too. Like Jules makes people disappear. Like
Yeah.
that's like don't mess with Jules. So he's running everything. So they watch Body get on stage and then they pull Kimmy's aside, like, oh, you got somebody in VIP for a private dance, like, don't mess it up. Again, I'm like, Kimmy, why you look so weak? Like, she's dancing weak as hell to me. Like, girl.
She was pissing me off with this because I'm like, I know you don't want to do this, but like you're not even trying. She's just like, she's giving Tina off of Bob's Burgers. Like,
I'm like, girl, throw this ass supposed to be making this money. You making me really mad right now. You making me really sad for you. Like, get her out the strip club. Like, somebody come save her. And if she want to
right,
be
this is
saved,
not
girl,
her
you
life.
gotta
This
throw
is
some
not her
ass if you trying to
life.
get saved. So, her VIP guy, I think he might be tied to somebody, but we don't know yet. He looks important. The
Hmm.
curtains are like creaked open behind her, and he's like looking at some like Latin spicy mix. One of the dancers, the male dancers, dancing through on the stage, like behind her. And so she's dancing for him and she's like, "Oh, you like that?" And he's like just saying like, "Yeah, whatever." Like he's still staring at the dude. And she's like, "No, I'm not talking about me." I'm like, "Do you want me to pull him in here?" Again, not reading the room, not reading the vibe. Girl, if he wanted him in here, he would have pulled him in here. I'm VIP. Do you think I And so he gets pissed off and
Hmm.
he's like, basically, I feel like don't call me gay. Like he's an older guy, like
Yeah.
probably super closeted and like he
Yeah.
felt super disrespected, like throws some money at her and like walks out.
Yeah. That's the vibe I was getting from him too.
I'm like, again, Kimmy, like what the heck? Shut up. Like
Yeah.
if he wants to secretly watch that guy, make your money, dance.
Right. Like, good. He's not looking
Oh
at
my
you, so you
God.
you should feel more
Like he's
like,
not gonna touch you or nothing. Like you should turn up. You know he's not gonna touch you.
yeah.
Back at the conference, we see Mallory is gonna award the $1 million and it's to a salon owner and she has her entire family with her. Like she has her children, she brings up on stage with her, and Mallory asks to hold the baby. I don't know why she wanna hold the baby. So she holds the
Hmm.
baby and they're just like talking and congratulating. And of course the baby starts crying and spits up on her. And she's like, okay, you can take your baby back. Like, you got so much money, you can buy me a new dress, girl. Like, she like plays it off. And so back at the club now, they're like, okay, Kimmy, like, dang, you came out of the VIP quick as hell. Like, you running
Yeah,
off
you
our
was in there for
dudes.
30 seconds.
And so Body's like, you need to have your phone on you. Jewel's been calling you. You need to go back over to the to dude's house to the first trick that she was supposed to get.
Hmm.
And you need to make this money. And the other woman too is like, yeah, you need to bring me my money. Like you have not been making no money. And they're all saying like they're indebted to Jules. So they're dancing and working to pay off a debt to Jules.
Yes, and right here, which I thought was interesting because like Body did mention like you owe Jules money, but then the lady, I think you said her name was Belinda, right? That was what they said, like you owe me money too. So I was like, well,
Hmm.
dang, why does she owe her money?
Yeah, Delinda.
Belinda, yeah.
I mean, I guess you gotta pay to like dance in a club, but like you should be making that, girl, or you don't need to be dancing.
Yeah, like or work the bar or something. Like
Yeah, get behind the bar, honey.
uh
So Jules picks up Kimmy. And he pissed. He like, girl, like, I put you on with this dude because you're one of my smarter hoes and you're failing me right now. And, she's like, I'm sorry. Like, I can do better. I can do better. And again, Jules mentions, I can make you disappear in like Michigan. And I
mhm,
feel like right here, this is where we see like they're in Chicago.
yeah.
I
Which
don't
I
know if
didn't
they really
realize
mentioned it
that.
before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't realize that at first. So I was like, "Ooh, we got a local
Yeah.
show."
Chicago. Stand up. And so there goes to a flashback of 17-year-old Kimmy, and her mom's yelling at this man. I don't know if it's her father or boyfriend.
We know his name
And
is
so
Frank, though.
his name's Frank.
Hmm.
So she's yelling at Frank, like, I saw you. He's like, you ain't see me do nothing. She's like, I saw you. You were touching her. And like, you can't do that. And this dude like flips it around and like makes it so it basically says, like, don't let her come in between us, referring to Kimmy.
Yeah, this
And
part made me so mad.
it made me so mad and sad because I'm like, I've heard of this.
Hmm.
I've heard of like, and I've seen, I feel like the storyline too of like a man trying to like pit the mother against the daughter.
Yeah, and sometimes it works, and that is the sad part
Yeah.
of it because no man that, especially if you saw it with your own eyes, should be able
Yeah.
to flip, even if you didn't see it. They should not be able to flip
Mm-hmm.
it on to you to make it because he was like, "Oh, she's just jealous of you, and
Mm-hmm.
she's trying to get at me, and da 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 da." Like, sir, you're an
Sick.
adult. Like, even if someone younger was trying to get at you, you're an adult. Like, you know better.
Mm-hmm. Sick.
Yeah.
So that flashback, and then we head over to Rain and Body, head to the motel that Rain and Kimmy are staying at. They're staying at like a hey weekly or monthly like motel.
Yeah.
two beds in there, like looks super ran down. Body's like, damn, it take both of y'all to pay the rent for this?
Yeah. It's like, girl, like, what do you expect them to be living when they obviously, y'all keep saying how much money they owe everybody else? Like, what money you think they have left over?
Ridiculous. So, and then I feel like we go to another flashback of Kimmy and her mom is dropping her off in the middle of nowhere and they're in the car and she's like, "You're gonna be 18 soon. You're too old to be in the house with him." And the mother is tearful and everything, but then, she bucks up again. It's like, "Get out the car. Like, we can't do this."
Again, another super sad, like, ladies, stand
Hmm.
up. Why are you kicking your child out? Because of this man. Like, kick the
She
man
was weak.
out.
The
Like,
mom was weak.
yeah.
Weak AF. To kick your daughter out over a dude.
Right. And especially because, so in the other flashback, it was, Kimmy and her younger sister. So it's like, if he's saying
Hmm.
about Kimmy, once the younger sister gets older, he's probably going to say the same thing about her and try, if he hasn't already tried with the younger, he's probably going to
Exactly.
try. So, like, get rid of him.
Get rid of him and protect your daughters.
Yeah.
Kimmy also had called Rain and was like, "Oh, he brought me back here. Like, I have to go in here." And, Rain is basically like, "Girl, go get this money. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you're already there."
Yeah. And she's basically telling Kimmy, like, listen, you have to do this because if you mess it up, like, you're going to make things like worse for both of us. So, like, you're just going to have to
Hmm.
suck it up and do it.
Ever Right. She's like, everyone knows how close we are. So, and she's trying to hurry up and get off the phone and get her butt done. So she's like,
Yeah.
"Go on, Kimmy, you gotta do."
Now, Rain also, Body has been having her drinking some alcohol. She's like, you need to drink this
Mhm.
alcohol. So, in these different cutbacks to the hotel, like we've been seeing Rain drink alcohol and she's going to be taking some painkillers. And we all know you should not be mixing those two things. But she's trying to get prepared for her procedures.
Oh my goodness. So Kimmy goes into the hotel room and Buddy has Coke all over the place again, attitude again. And so that pauses right there. And then we go to Mallory getting in the car after her event. I don't know who she was mad at, but she's like, "I can't believe that bitch was there. Like, I want that bitch murdered in the streets." Like, who are you talking about and why? Like, what? Why would you say that? Like, she like just start off on rip, just going
Oh,
in.
wait. Yes. She was talking about okay, so like at the event, once it was over, she was like walking out, signing the autographs of the people like waiting outside. And she got to one woman and she was like, you just got served or whatever, or like I'm serving you. Yeah.
Oh,
She serves her
okay.
papers, y'all. This woman, and she's like, oh, it's so nice that you give away money and you wear your like expensive suits, but everyone knows like women have cancer because of your hair relaxers. And so I'm assuming this like thing she's being served is probably a lawsuit tied
Yeah.
to this. And the woman's like, and you're trying to cover up, and Mallory's just trying to get out of there. And she's like, that's not true. And so then that's when we get to the scene that Harmony's talking about.
Mhm.
Mm-mm-mm.
Which I like that they tied that in there because we all know like relaxer definitely causes cancer. Like we should not
Hmm.
have been having those chemicals on our hair.
Yeah.
I don't know if they've done anything different to those recipes or formulas, but
Yeah. We don't know that life. We're natural.
2024. Yeah, 2024, please stop using relaxers. I definitely used it probably, I think high school, I stopped using relaxers.
Same.
So Mallory's in the car going off. She going off on her security who's driving and on her assistant that's sitting next to her in the back seat. And so she got hella one-liners in this car right now. She's like, the nappy ass, she's like, "That nasty ass, nappy-headed child spit up on me." I'm like, dang, girl.
Right. Like, girl,
That baby was
what is
cute.
like what is wrong with
This is
you?
couture.
Yes. Oh my gosh. She was really tripping in this. And then she was calling, she was like, I don't know who convinced me to give away money to hood rats. And I'm like,
She's like, "They wouldn't know what to do with $1 million if it fell out of the crack vial I know she's using." I'm
yeah.
like,
Tyler
damn.
was really overdoing it at this moment. Like he really did not have to do all of that. He could have just made her be a bitch and she did not have to say all those extra things. Like He really did the most with her. I feel like this was really over the top. Like it was really unnecessary.
It was wild. She was wilding. And then she eventually kicks out her driver and kicks out the assistant. Like she keep telling the assistant to talk and then telling her to shut up right away. Like it was giving me Pinky vibes from Friday. Like, oh my God. So she kicks them out of the car and she starts driving. And so Rain's back at the hotel. Buddy comes to do her ass shots. They have their whole scene. Body's like, I told her you would give her a discount. And she's like, why the fuck would you tell her that? Like, Body's
Yeah.
like, come on now. You know the deal. You gonna make her look good and she gonna bring you some more business. Like, come on, come on. She like,
Yeah.
okay, I guess. Let's get this done. Like we gonna make you look good. You gonna be bringing in all the dollars. And so they have like shaving cream. They're like bottles of shaving cream or something.
It said like foam, something foam on like those little cans. And I remember when I saw it, I was like, now I know they're not about to put this in them girls' butt. This like foam.
Oh, oh my God. I hope it's not that. I thought that maybe they were sanitizing with that or something. I have no idea. Oh my God. We're gonna have to look up, do they put foam in ass shots or something?
But it was like a specific type of foam. Like I can't remember what the other word said. I know it didn't say like I don't think it said like cement anything, but it was the
Oh
other word
my
that was with it was
God.
something that should not be like in your body like that.
Oh my God. So then she told her to go lay on the table, and that's where that scene ends. And so another flashback to Kimmy's hiding in a bathroom, and Rain walks into the bathroom, and she's like, you can't hide out. Kimmy's crying. Rain's like, they're gonna kick you out. Like, you should come out. Do you want to come with me? Like, she says hi to her and everything.
Hmm.
And so they hide out in between these like laptops until the place closes. I don't know if they're in a mall or if they're in just one store.
They're in a Walmart.
Oh, they're in a Walmart. Okay.
Yeah. Once they walked out from where their hiding spot was, I saw the infamous Walmart signage like
Okay.
around everything.
So they're in a Walmart and then they go and get on the laptops once it closes. She's like, I got a dude that wants me to come down. I can make some money. And so they video call him on the laptop. But he's like, yeah, you can make 5,000. You can make 10,000 if she comes with you.
Girl, I must have missed this entire scene because I literally do not remember seeing that at all.
Oh, damn.
I mean, keep going. I don't know what I was doing during this scene.
I might have would have had that might be the beginning of episode 2 or
Oh,
something. Who knows? I didn't finish episode 2 yet because this is why I don't watch too many episodes before recording because I will just slip up like this.
oh, okay.
Who knows? I'll stop right now. Well, I basically already said it. So
Well,
he's
I
like, I'll
mean,
give you both 5,000 if you come down here. So she's like, okay.
okay, y'all, a little sneak peek into episode 2.
It's a flashback. So yeah, they about to go get this money together. Kimmy's like,
Okay.
yeah, I'll go with you. And then Rain's like, you don't have to. But okay, girl, I guess we is gonna be best friends.
Okay, so at least that kind of clears up like, well, we already saw that obviously they met from that bathroom scene, but why
Mhm.
they're so close together. And actually another thing too that happened like right before this flashback, we had seen that Kimmy was still at the Wales little apartment or whatever. And Mans
Disgusting.
was partaking in adult activities and obviously she's not feeling it. And so we do see that whole scene happening and then he had like went into the bathroom and then that's when like that flashback had happened that Harmony was just talking about as far as like them when they were in the store. But when he goes into the bathroom, his phone is laying on like the little nightstand next to Kimmy. And honestly, I was like, dang, she is thinking smart. Cause I feel like if I was in this situation, I probably wouldn't even thought to like do what she did. But a lot of people have, like their Siri and stuff set up. And so she was like, call wife. And so the phone like started dialing his wife's number. And then she's like, now she's acting all eager, like, come back, daddy, like, come back and I'll be a good girl, da 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 da. And he's like, oh, like, why are you trying to rush me back in here? But he goes back in there and he gets to doing the do and doing everything that he was doing before. And the wife is listening, y'all. She is in her car driving and listening
Yeah.
to all of this happening. And what happens, Harmony?
She hits a pedestrian, runs over them. It's raining, it's dark out. So she stops the car. She gets out. I'm surprised she even got out. I'm surprised she didn't just continue driving
Yeah,
after we've already seen her character. So
yeah,
she gets out of the car. It's raining, it's pouring. It's like pitch black outside. And she sees the person on the ground and we hear them moaning. And I'm just like, why wouldn't you just call the police? But she
yeah.
doesn't. She just gets back in the car and continues to drive.
Yeah, when that happened, I was like, I wasn't expecting her to hit someone in that moment. Honestly, I was just like, well, obviously she's angry. I thought she was going to get in a wreck, like just get in a
Yeah.
wreck herself. I didn't think it was going to
Yeah.
be like she hit someone.
Yeah, I didn't expect that either. Now we see Kimmy going home or going to their motel, and she finds Rain in pretty bad shape. Rain's passed out on the bed. She's like just naked, has like a towel over her. And Kimmy pulls back the towel and like just sees the shots do not look good in her butt. Like it looks like necrotic, like black.
Yeah, it's discolored and everything.
And Rain's just like passed out, very lethargic, hard to wake up and talk to. And that's kind of where the episode ends.
There's just so much. I mean, they definitely set it up good. Like they obviously have a lot of ways to take this show as we go through like the next episodes because we got to figure out the whole situation with the whale and the girls and how they're all tied together.
Mhm.
Obviously, we're going to have to figure out what happens with Rain based on the ending of this show. We got to figure out what's happening with Mallory now that she knows that her husband is obviously cheating on her with someone. Like, we got to figure out what's going to be happening with Kimmy at the strip club. Is she staying at the strip club? Is she going to find a way to like get out? Like, there's just so many things
Yeah.
to break down
And
just
we
based off
did
this one
see
episode.
Kimmy being vindictive when she called the wife. So she does
Yeah.
have a mean bone in her body.
Yeah. Which is also is like, girl, why are you acting so like meek and little?
Yeah.
Like,
Pissing me off.
yeah, like when anytime he was talking to her. Oh yeah, because like that one time when like the second time when she went up to the well and he was just like, I need somebody who's gonna listen and da da da. And I was like, okay. So now we're kind of learning a little bit about him because Mallory does not seem like she's the submissive, quiet, like
Yeah.
let you tell me what to do type of woman. She seems
Hmm.
like she's strong headed, independent, and she seems like she probably would be the one to kind of like tell you what to do
Yeah.
instead. And so obviously in these different women that he's had interactions with, he obviously is looking to have some control and be the
Hmm.
one in charge and probably like feel like the man and all that. Like we're seeing that a lot in the way he talks to Kimmy and tries to like belittle her and make her seem like she's just this like small person. She's just a whore. She's just this.
Yeah.
She's just that. You need to listen to what I say and do what I say and stop making me angry and all that. So he's got some issues for sure.
Tyler Perry and how he portrays women sometimes is I don't really mess with all the way because it's 2024. Like there could be like empowering roles for these like women in these positions, whether it's like sex working, the strippers. Like I feel like he always makes a woman be like such a damsel in distress. Like
Yeah.
this character Kimmy is just like really pissing me off, making me sad and mad at the same time. Like, girl, you're in this position. Like, it sucks that you're in this fucking position, but like, it's 2024. Like, make it shake, make it work, or do something else.
I just feel like he could have just did a little bit more to have some like positive, just more of a positive type of element to this series. I mean, maybe it will become that way later on, but like obviously this first episode doesn't really seem like there's like a positive
There ain't gonna
role
be nothing positive
right
up in this
now.
show.
Yeah, because I like you said, he always has like a damsel in distress, and then we have somebody who obviously seems like they have some self-hatred towards like black people and well
Angry
black
black
people who are
woman.
not like them, people who are lower class, and it's just like now why do we have to reinforce some of these stereotypes? Like
Hmm.
I'm not saying there's not black people out there like that, but just like we already see that those stereotypes like put into lots of shows, lots of movies, content we're consuming every day. Like, why can't we try to reshape a little? Because that's obviously not the majority of black people.
Tyler Perry has capitalized off of this algorithm, and he's gonna continue to do the same algorithm, I feel like.
Yeah, I think so too. Hopefully he'll expand one day, but yeah, he's like, listen, this is working for me right now.
All right. I'm gonna keep it going because what the character Mallory, like at first you think that she's gonna be maybe some type of positivity on this
Mm-hmm.
series, but no, she's a crazy witch
Yeah.
in sheep's clothing.
Mm-hmm.
We got pimps and hoes,
Yes.
body shots, cocaine,
All the bad, every single bad thing.
but we're here for it.
Yeah,
Let's
we're gonna
get
be
into
talking
this
about
review. Let's get into this
it.
review. But that was episode one. Thanks for tuning in into our review for episode one of Beauty in Black. Let us know what you thought about this episode and how you think this series is going to go.
If you don't want to miss any upcoming episodes, definitely make sure you follow us on Spotify and subscribe on YouTube. And you can also follow our show page on Instagram for the latest updates and reminders.
I'm your girl, Harmony.
And I'm your girl, Yelly.
Make sure you come back and join us for more mystery, murder, and melanin.
Bye.
Bye.